utopian film set would be, where like the producer and the director and the crew are like कि यही बनाना है और हम सब यही बना रहे हैं. I think 19-20 क्या मतलब 15-20 हो जाता है ऐसा अच्छे सेट्स में, because not everyone will fucking get exactly what's happening. They will just follow commands.
Yes.
Right.
But I'm talking about that now. If you address like on the first day of the before first day, like Murat, what we say over here, Nariyal Ganpati वो सब हो रहा है, उसी time पे you address the crew people ना, this is the HOD, this is the assistant. So you know, people will be having that knowledge कि अच्छा I can go to, as I talk earlier के department, you understand the department. If you understand the department, it makes very easy to communicate, because film is what? Communication. What you communicate, a director is communicating to his team, that is actually been spreading out throughout all the department. So that communication process, it becomes more crystal when if you are knowing each and every person. I'm not saying कि हाँ आपको टेक्निकल क्रू भी जानने की ज़रूरत है जो मतलब DIT कर रहा है, लाइक डिजिटल इंटरमीडिएट जो बंदा है जिसको आपने हायर किया है.
Department. Yeah. I think not only the heads, also like it's chief assistants. You know,
assistant, like even it can be a setting boy or even it can be a spot boy. It hardly takes like 15 minutes.
Okay. So तो फिर तो DIT वाले को भी इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहिए ना, फिर वो भी तो काम कर रहा है उधर.
He is like not seen on the set.
People who are not seen on the set, okay, can avoid them.
Yeah. I'm just talking about the people who are there on set and who is actually working. Like you know, the whole set. Basically pre में आप काम कर लेते हो कि अच्छा ये हमें करना है. फिर शूट पे जाके अच्छा ये नहीं हो सकता है. नहीं हो सकता. फिर
how do you avoid that?
To avoid that thing,
or like how do you overcome that?
Overcome is first be very jugadu. Like if this thing is not working, what is the plan B? Like there should be always a plan B, and it should not be just the director's responsibility to have plan B. It should be every department का HOD के पास वो plan B हमेशा ready रहना चाहिए, because you know it's like a game of time. It's game of time and money. When you know it's like time and money is rolling, you should be very clear. Like okay fine, if I am been stuck with my plan A, I have this backup ready. I should be like okay, I will do this. अगर मेरा ये card नहीं चल रहा, I will play this card. You know, so it creates a space. It gives you a breathing moment if you are very clear what you are doing. But वो होता नहीं है क्योंकि मैंने जैसा बताया कि प्री में हमने ये करेंगे, शूट में अच्छा ये नहीं हो सकता है, एंड पोस्ट में अरे ये तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है हमसे. सो बिकॉज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू आर नॉट क्लियर कि आप क्या कर रहे हो. सेकंड, भले आप कर रहे हो, आपको ये पता है कि हाँ ये करने से फेम तो मिल जाएगा ना, मुझे 2 लोग इंस्टाग्राम में मेरे फॉलोअर्स तो बढ़ेंगे ना, फेसबुक में भी फॉलोअर्स बढ़, एंड थर्ड लाइक हाँ मैं दूसरा कुछ और फिर से ट्राई करूँगा, फिर से हक दूंगा. यही 3 होता है.
Yeah, that is what I mean. See, if some of the HODs are like adamant about not understanding, now what do you do then?
In that case, see, if the first and clear most like I will not say opportunity for any like a person who knows about film, about the process, and he's involved in it, and he is at a higher, he's an HOD, he should be more, you know, I would say this term malleable. Correct me if I am wrong. Like he should be more malleable towards what is happening around him, rather than being a
jugaad by in the sense.
Yeah, because
you quickly like find plan B's, C's, D's,
whatever it is, because you are on set, you know that okay fine, fuck up has happened on the set. Now you have to make sure that it's been meant on time. So if the HOD is not understanding, then the second option is very clear, you eliminate. But there are certain situations where you know you cannot do that. In that thing, it happens sometimes either the film is going to sulk, or either something else, like you have to be more, you know, you have to sometimes it happens. No, I have seen a lot of directors struggling. Like, I have seen that, okay, just to get that thing done, they, like, you know, they do it. Yeah, fine, you just go ahead with it, but I have this kind of point of view towards it. I want this kind of thing, and you do go ahead with whatever fuck you want to do. So when that kind of thing is happening, it is also helpful, I can say, because at the end of the day, director is getting what he wants, but with extra load of shits. But in the worst case scenario, it's like you properly eliminate them. Like, that would be the correct decision, because it has happened. I'm saying eliminate them because I have also been eliminated with a lot of projects. I understand that gravity of the situation, because it's more of not what you think on set is correct, it's what that collective group is thinking. So yes, it should be done, because
वो बहुत ऐसा तुम्हारा करीबी दोस्त हो तो क्या करोगे फिर? तो क्या आप ये बताना चाहते कि करीबी दोस्तों के साथ काम मत करो?
नहीं,
that is also like a point of view that I have heard, like, from people, that कि ये तो सीख है, सर, चाणक्य नीति है ये.
In that case, when friend is there and you know you are in that, you have to take that hardest decision, what you have to do. Either you can burst off very badly, you know that relationship is going to get spoiled. But if you burst off, the only thing will happen good is, like, you will just break one more barrier in your life, thinking that no, I have gone through this shit and I can handle more tougher situation. Because it's easy to convince a colleague, or it's easy to convince whom you are hiring, but it's very difficult if it's your near dear one to make them understand and, you know, get into that workflow. It's not easy, but once you break it, then there would be no barriers, there would be nothing for you. Like, if you don't find it legitimate, you will just say fuck off. So I guess that gives a power, but, you know, with power comes lot of strange and weird reactions among your group, like, but you have to take, like, that hardest.
You know what the best thing I think about is, like, anyway, I mean, who can say that whether you're right or whether that other friend is right? Because anyway, like, if it was not for film, many people wouldn't have been friends anyway. So that is the beauty of, like, why we are friends, is because of the medium. that dream, you know, the dream that film is, like, that one fine thing where, like, you have everything if you can do it. And I feel that breaks many people, you know. Many people, they get into this self-destructive mode where they feel people are, like, you know, people are against me.
So I did one mistake, I would say, like, shouting on set. You don't shout on set, as I said.
What is about, like, this? Why?
It's like, गुस्सा तभी आपको आता है ना जब आपको लग रहा है कि देखो, अब मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा कि मैं हमेशा सही हूँ. I would never say that, okay, every time I am correct. I might be wrong. Yes, most of the instances where, like, 60% I am wrong, 40% सामने वाले wrong होते हैं. But I'm talking about, I feel bad when I, like, go back home and I think about it, okay, 40%, 60% where I was wrong, and I regret about it. But when it comes to that 40%, I'm talking about those 40% when I know you, if you are working in a film set and if I am getting angry, there are instances where, अरे यार फिल्म में से लाइट चोरी हो रहा है. So when I am in that crew, if I am handling, as I was doing, like, first AC for a film, and when I came to knew कि मेरे सेट पे से लाइट चोरी हो रहा है, तो मैं गुस्सा होऊंगा, क्योंकि it's my job to make sure कि लाइट्स आ चुके हैं, लग चुके हैं, कट चुके हैं, फिल्टर लग चुका है, सब कुछ होने के बाद डीओपी ने एक्सपोजर चेक कर लिया, लाइट मीटर पे सब कुछ ओके रीडिंग है, उसके बाद शूट हो रहा है. और अगर लाइट टाइम पे सेट पे नहीं आ रहा और अगर लाइट चोरी हो रहा है, तो आई वुड रेज माई वॉइस. एंड द ओनली वर्स्ट पार्ट when you raise the voice in the set is people don't know what is happening because a lot of people are smart, you know. कुछ ऐसे भी लोग आपको मिलते हैं जो ऐसे ना धीमे से गाली देंगे, ए बेंचो तू बेंचो दे चूतिया. But when you are a person who is like a short temper, I'm a very short temper guy. Like I right now though I have gained a lot of control over me by, you know, self-evaluating myself on a lot of things. But earlier it was like मेरे को किसी ने ऐसा कुछ बोल दिया, I would like fuck his happiness. Like I'll make sure के his ears bleed. So that kind of person I was. So yeah, there are certain tricks, you know, where people come and trigger you, but you forget yourself at that point. And when you take a stand for something, you don't give a fuck about anything, whatever is happening after that, because you see it's wrong. And that is, I guess that's my flaw, which show people like he's an adamant guy. He's like he has this negative, he brings out a negative atmosphere when he shouts at people, but it's not like every time it's a negative thing. You have to take stand, or else why the fuck even are you getting involved in something which you don't care for? You should care for your baby, or you should care for a product in which you are working. That's what I said. You don't value your work. That's why you बहुत सारे filmmaker ऐसे जब value नहीं करते वो चीज़ को, they let it go loose, and that's where every facade is happening. So I'm that kind of person. Okay, I will never let it go loose, because at the end of the day, when you see your name on that big screen where a lot of people have this desire to work in films or be like an actor, or like be into the films. But when you are into that position and you see your name in that big screen, and when you know that you have did wrong, you should have stopped it. आपका नाम जा रहा है भाई, पैसा तो आ जाएगा, पैसा आपको आज भी मिलेगा, कल भी मिलेगा, बट क्या वो नाम जो आपने कमाया, उस अगर एक बार वो हिंदी वाले डायलॉग में बोल कर दाग लग गया तो कब निकालोगे? तो वो दाग लगने नहीं देना है, तो इससे बेटर है यू आस्क क्वेश्चंस, you stand for what is wrong, even though you sound like an asshole on the set. That is fine, because at the end of the day, when something is getting corrected just because of that issue, then you know people will forget it. And it happens every time. People forget things. It takes time for them to forget things, but it happens. So it's okay to take stand sometime and shout at people and make sure the work is getting happen. But yeah, you shouldn't be like an asshole. That is also one more fact. Like you cannot shout every time. So